Hi, thank you for tuning in, and my apologies for my absence. I know it's been about 5 weeks since my last video of any sort, and I know my YouTube channels, I like to have a constant stream of content, and I demand it of my free channels that I pay nothing for. Slightly tongue-in-cheek, but still, I would prefer to have more videos coming out, but I haven't, because I haven't had any gear to review. But that's changed now, and there's a story behind my next bit of gear. Now, often things have a very interesting and funny story with twists and turns about how you came to a certain point and perhaps got a certain item. I have a very mundane and dull and pointless story about how I got my latest everyday carry item. My 4.7's Preon 1 everyday carry torch, little single cell AAA torch, served me well for the last 4 months or so, 3 or 4 months, until one day I went grocery shopping, and for some point between the shops, the hardware store and my house, it had fallen out of my pocket. And I do blame this on my large bulk of keys, so I've taken steps to remedy that. I think it pulled it out of my coin pocket, my watch pocket, and cast it asunder onto the ground. At any rate, I thought all was lost, and so I placed an order for a new everyday carry torch. 4.7's doesn't have a distributor in Australia. You generally have to get it from America with inflated prices and postage as well. And I just have a problem with paying $30 postage or $20 postage for something as big as a Bic lighter. That was the best sort of deal I could get. So I was looking into some other videos, and I saw the company Thrunite makes a reasonable, apparently reasonable, everyday carry torch. So I got one. And I got the Thrunite T10 single AA battery pocket torch. There is it there. Behold. And I'm really happy with it. Now it's a, when I have a torch that I'm going to carry around with me every day, my criteria are quite different to a torch that I want to keep in my house and go out when I hear a burglar at night or something like that, you know, or go out to tend to something in the middle of the night. For a house torch, you want as many lumens as possible. You don't care about weight. You want probably a nice long battery life would be nice, maybe even rechargeable. You want it just to, whatever you point it at, to just smash it with a field of photons. However, an everyday carry torch, my criteria is different. I would just want a single battery, common battery, that is AA or AAA. CR123s are too expensive. I want things that I can get huge packs of for very cheap. And also want it to be quite small and quite light. And I'm not too bothered about lumen output, although obviously as with anything, the more the merrier. So the Thrunite has very similar specs to the 4.7's Preon, which in a staggering dash of irony wasn't lost at all. It was just sitting on my driveway, probably been run over by the car a couple of times, but still works. Yeah, very similar specs on both of these, except for size. Even the weight feels very similar. This is quite a dense little torch, especially when you hold it next to this one. But you can watch a full review on this one already, a few videos down. So the Thrunite T10 comes in 3 varieties. This is the aluminium and stainless one. You can get an all stainless, which weighs a few grams more, or probably about 10 or 20 grams more, and then you can get a titanium one, which weighs a little bit less. This is the lowest priced Thrunite T10. This one is $30 Australian, and it's it comes with the pocket clip and an Allen key and some screws. So the pocket clip's optional. I love a pocket clip on my torch. I don't like things sitting at the bottom of my pockets, so that's why I get a pocket clip on pretty much anything I can get a pocket clip on. And it has a clicky switch, which is great, and it doesn't have any focus or anything like that, but I don't expect that from my little EDC torches. My LED lens, a P7, which I use at work, that has all the focus, but that's a proper torch. That's a full-sized, numerous battery torch. As for other specs, the body is this anodized aluminium, keeps the weight quite light. I'll just weigh it for you, all you weight-conscious folk. You can rest assured that this weighs 61 grams with a AA battery in it. That is opposed to the 4.7's, which weighs 27 grams. I'm completely wrong with my, geez, how's that with my feeling of things? This arm must be heaps stronger than this arm. I wonder why. Yeah, so yeah, this is actually half the weight of this, and it's half the size too, so there you go. What else can we do to show some size? Here's a Bic lighter, and here is the Thrunite T10. Yeah, you know how a Bic lighter feels in hand. Slightly longer, but slightly thinner. It's about the same, it's fine. It's a good fistful of torch, but it's also very easy to just maneuver, just with a few fingers, which is all you need, which is all I really expect anyway. Settings. It says 3 modes, and they are, there's a bit of a bizarre way of, well, I find it a bit strange. This quick switch, when it's expressed, not depressed, is when the light comes on. So it's off state if the switch is lower than when it's on. So you're kind of like unleashing the light, so to speak. And you change settings from, this is very, very high. You can do a light tap, that's super low, that's like a single lumen. And this is about your 60 lumen setting, and this is to your 160 lumen setting. 160 odd, it might be 168 or something. So just a little bit of a tap, so sort of momentary on and off cycles through. There's no stupid strobe settings, which I don't use and I wouldn't expect to use on an EDC torch. It's just your basic low, medium and high, which is all I need. As for how it sums up to the 4.7s, I think looks-wise, the 4.7s is still the superior looking torch. This looks a bit overbuilt and a bit sort of mechanically or something. Don't know what's going on with this grip around here. It doesn't do anything. That's just a bit of show and shine there. I much prefer the sleek black look of this 4.7s with its nice flat end cap. Although this one can cap stand, which is good. In terms of power, they're both about the same. This one lasts a fair bit longer, that's all, and this one is just on a single AAA, so it burns pretty quickly. This one can, as I said, can stand on its bottom, and it does come with a very cool diffuser, which I've left at work, but it's a little see-through or semi-opaque plastic cone, which makes it into a bit of a glow stick, which is great at night time just for finding your way and looking up against things. Which is very cool, but again in an everyday carry sense, that's not something I'm going to carry with me as well, so not something I'm going to use a whole great load, but still pretty cool to have. It opens up from the top, had a nice generous bit of oil around the screw threading there, which was a bit weird, but then you see just a single AA battery, just your standard Energizer is all I use. You can get those super cool camera batteries, but yeah, this will be fine. Just an Energizer, it sort of bounces in there with a nice bit of spring to push it up against the inside of there. It screws in really tightly. The construction feels really solid. You can watch a couple of destruction videos on this actual torch, and it stands up to a fair bit. I think there's a guy who freezes it and the guy runs it over the car and stuff, and it still works apparently, so all pretty cool. So I can only have praise for the Thrunite T10. If you're after the smaller everyday carry torch, I'd probably spend the extra 20 bucks on the 4.7s. However, again, this did come out of my pocket. Maybe it's a bit too small. I don't know. This really is just sort of a size above your Phoenix E1s and stuff. Like, it's a lot brighter, but size-wise, this could almost be on a keyring. Just a slight bit too big, but could almost definitely be a keyring torch. So I think I'm actually preferring the slight bit of bulk that you get with the Thrunite. It's only an extra 30 grams, and lately I've been carrying just my Leatherman C33 knife anyway, which is half the weight of my Leatherman skeletal, so the universe remains in balance, I suppose. Let's go outside and shine the torch around a bit, and you'll be able to see the brightness settings. Stay with me, folks. Okay, so here we are outside. I'm hoping that we'll have some dogs to look at in a second. So what I'm going to do first is shine the lowest possible mode towards my dogs. Whoop, whoop, you can see some slight dog movement there. That's right on his little dumb face. So you can sort of see a bit of a Cedric Zog, just moonlight mode. Sorry, Cedric. Now, I'm going to kick it up a notch. The camera's struggling to focus on him. Let's kick it up to the next level. Oh, there we go. Hello, Cedric. Now, there we are. So that's the second brightest mode. That's sort of drawn the real dog out. There he is. Oh, you can even see Ada now. Wow. Hello, Ada. Cedric. And we'll not kick it up to the maximum setting, which is, whoop, there we go. Now I'm going to shine it right in his face, because that'd make him a bit sad, I think. He looks a bit forlorn right now, doesn't he? So there we are. So you've got your lowest, which is there. You've got your medium, which is there. And you've got your highest, which, oh, there he is. Sorry, Cedric. Hello, Ada. There we go. You just point him straight out. So you do get on your highest. That cubby house is probably about, yeah, probably a good 20 meters away from me. And it's, yeah, very much illuminated. You can sort of see the grapevines over there, and yeah, so it's all you'd want from an everyday carry torch. That's about a 50 meter spread, and it's a real soft diffusion of light, which is very good. Not too many artifacts in there, and it's quite good. Of course, the camera's struggling to focus a little bit, but yeah, certainly all you need from an everyday carry torch. And with that, I'm going to end the video in the darkness. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again real soon. I think my next review will be a cold steel tough light folding knife, so something to look forward to. Thanks, guys.